Hello and welcome to another quick tip. In this quick tip I'm going to show you how easy and fast it is to set up secondary fracturing. So what I have here is I have a helix that I've set up so it fractures when it hits the floor. The way that I've done that is I've created a one of the pre-set events, the hit ground plane, and just use the defaults, and it just works. So what we want now is we want these fragments, when they hit the floor again, we want them to fracture again, hence secondary fracturing. So to start doing that, we have to change the modifier stack. Namely, we have to tell Fracture which break geonode to add to the fragments that are already there, namely the results or the fragments resulting from the primary fracture. So the quickest way to do that actually is to delete the assigned modifier that is there, go to Add Modifiers, subsequent break with Create an Other Break node. Okay, and this will create another break geonode, which you can see here, which has obviously been placed in the outliner as well. And that's it. So now what we have to do, because this actually just attaches data to the fragments, as you know, modifiers attach data to existing fragments. Now we actually have to fracture them as well. So the way to do that is we create a secondary, or we create an other hit ground plane event, and we can just call this one secondary. There we go. And we change here the fracture count to 1. Why do we change the fracture count to 1? Because we want this filter to catch all the fragments that are already there, namely that have fractured already, hence the fracture count of 1. Now, one thing that I'm also going to do, by default, the break geonode has quite a bit of num points. So I'm going to change this to a low value, so we don't get too many fragments, because that's, it wouldn't look realistic either if we have these fragments that hit the floor and then they hit the floor again, then they break up in 100 fragments each. That would just be a little bit crazy. So, well, that's it really. We can play now, and you can see that these fragments break again. Now, how can you see that? Obviously, you can see here that the simulation looks different, but you can also see here my pass color, namely that is the color that will get given to the fragments when this event evaluates, and you can easily see that by turning off polygons. You can see that they are yellow. You can see that this is the pass color here. Now, let's say we don't want all these fragments to break again. We just want let's say 30% of them to break again. So how do we do that? We just add a chance filter. We set it to about 0.3. There we go. And we rewind and we go again. And you will see now that only about 30% of the fragments fracture again. So that's it for this quick tip. What I'm going to do in maybe a more lengthy video is I'm going to explain you the logic behind secondary fracturing, because it has been causing some confusion. So I want to set the record straight and make sure that everybody really understand why we implemented it this way. But this is a quick tip, so I just wanted to show you the workflow, and there you go. I hope you enjoyed it.